footage has emerged proving WNBA referees definitely have an agenda against Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever.
Hey, just like that, Kathy Engelbert, the WNBA, the team owners, the Players Association, in the split of an instance, all of it can change. In a split instance, all of it can change. If this injury does anything, it should be a wake-up call to the WNBA, the Players Association, the team owners, that just like that, all this fanfare, all this interest, all this newfound attention on the league can disappear.
The WNBA just accomplished the unimaginable. They sacked their commissioner. Yep, Kathy Engelbert is out. At least that's what the rumors are suggesting. After one of the worst officiating mistakes we've witnessed, supporters are upset. Players are speaking up. And the league, it simply pushed the panic button hard. But here's the craziest part. They're not simply searching for a replacement. Behind the scenes, whispers are circulating that they've already had one locked in. And believe me, this name is going to stun everyone. Word is it's a real basketball legend. Someone with championship rings, Hall of Fame credentials, and long roots in the game. Someone fans never expected to see in the WNBA limelight. If the murmurs are accurate, this may be the largest shakeup in league history. So hang around, because we're breaking down every missed call, every bit of drama, and we'll disclose precisely who the WNBA just sent in to clean up this mess. Spoiler, it's gonna rock the whole league.
Right now, really didn't feel like making this video because what I just witnessed displayed on CBS was horrendous. These WNBA referees need to be fined. Something needs to happen. I mean, the lack of calls against the New York Liberties was at an all-time high, bro. I mean, if this was an NBA game, a lot of players would have been fouled out. A lot of players would have been in deep foul trouble. The way Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever was getting fouled, it was just hard to watch at times. Now, granted, they rallied back from a 15-1 lead. From a 15-point deficit. But guys, I'm telling you right now, the referees are the storyline in this one, bro. And I told y'all, I stressed to y'all this offseason, I told y'all what it was. I say, if Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever be successful, the referees is going to try to derail it. And that's exactly what happened in this game, bro. They derailed them from beating the New York.
Let's rewind the clock. Indiana Fever versus New York Liberty. Sold out crowd. Playoff excitement. Caitlin Clark going head-to-head with the defending champions. This game had everything: excitement, stakes, national TV. It should have been the game of the year, but instead it turned into a ref show. And not in a good way. From the beginning, something felt odd. Caitlin Clark was hacked practically every time she touched the ball. Lexi Hall was called for a foul that very simply didn't happen. The type of call that makes you stop and question, are the referees watching same game we are?
Always dumbfounded by how many times they call fouls on screeners and how many illegal screens are set in the WNBA. When
Clark and Sophie Cunningham were upset, following after the official after the buzzer, simply trying to get an explanation, but the ref, he turned his back, walked away, refused to engage. And at that instant, you could feel it. This wasn't simply a painful defeat. It was a breaking point. Let's break out the statistics. The Liberties shot 32 free throws. The Fever only 15. That's more than double in a game decided by only a few points.
Screening action down low. Clark has to get open. 1 second left.
Foul right there. Boom.
Clark doesn't get the shot off. Cloud locks her up. And New York comes into Indianapolis and takes the checkered flag.
Now, look, Natasha Cloud, and I made a video yesterday. I told y'all Natasha Cloud could possibly be the reason. I say, I hope not, but she could.
That's not simply a stat. It's the consequence. And here's kicker. This wasn't an isolated instance. Through the opening stretch of season, the Fever are minus 31 in free throw differential. That's a red flag the size of Madison Square Garden. It's not simply terrible luck. It's systemic. Caitlin Clark has been taking more contact than any rookie should ever take. Remember when Kennedy Carter blindsided her off the ball? The type of hit you see in the NFL, not a basketball floor. And what did the referees call it? A frequent foul. No flagrant, no tech, just a shrug. That's not simply terrible officiating. That's putting player safety at danger.
There could be an NBA referee scout at any high school game, and I know that was something that was going viral on Twitter when we are talking about the referee.
After the criticism, Lee declared that the referees from Liberty Fever game were suspended. It seemed like accountability, an uncommon step, but insiders immediately shut it down. According to various sources, Kathy Angelbert, the commissioner herself, didn't lead that choice. In reality, soon after the suspension was announced, she was requested to quit discreetly, quietly. This wasn't simply a smack on the wrist for referees. It was a full-on political power play. Executives and owners, irritated by months of quiet from the top, decided it was time to act. And when Clark, the most high-profile rookie since maybe ever began speaking out, it pushed the issue over the line. Some feel Angelbert was put under the bus. Others claim she lost the locker room long ago. Either way, the commissioner was gone, and the WNBA was officially in damage management mode. This drama didn't start last week. Let's go back to season. The Liberty won the WNBA Finals. Great club, excellent personnel, worthy victors. But then Kathy Angelbert steps onto the court to give prize, wearing a blue and black outfit, Liberty colors.
And a Fever star rookie Caitlin Clark was subject to several intentional fouls. Now, they also brought up Game 5 of the WNBA Finals. We actually made a whole video about that as well because there were some suspect calls at the end of that game, and a lot of people felt like the WNBA Finals were actually rigged because Kathy Engelbert was also wearing a dress that had the New York City skyline on it. So there was just a bunch of things that
folks watching from home lost it. Was it intentional? Who knows? But optics matter, and to hundreds of admirers that moment verified what they've been saying. The lead plays favorites. Since then, every contentious call in favor of the Liberty has just given gasoline to the fire. And after the Fever game, that fire became an inferno. The WNBA's effort to quell the controversy by suspending referees failed. Instead of rebuilding confidence, it produced a deeper wave of distrust. Fans wondered, why now? Why just after the outrage? Why only after video snippets went viral? It seemed like the league wasn't leading. It was responding, and that's a bad position for any league to be. Meanwhile, the Fever players are playing their hearts out. The fans are crowding venues. The media is finally paying notice. But at the top, it seemed like no one had a strategy. And it gets us to the true problem. This league is expanding quicker than it's changing. And that gap, it's beginning to show. Would any of this be occurring if Caitlin Clark wasn't in the league? Probably not. Clark isn't just another rookie. She's a ratings magnet, marketing goldmine. She's filling venues, improving TV deals, and bringing millions of new followers into the fold. And with that attention comes criticism. When Clark is struck and there's no whistle, it's trending. When she's taken down in a tight game and the officials swallow their whistles, Twitter erupts. This is what happens when your league finally gains widespread notice. Every error gets exaggerated. Every no call becomes a headline. And that's why preserving your stars isn't optional, it's required. Let's turn to the media crisis. During an interview, Kathy Angelbert was questioned about the poisonous nature of fan conduct on social media, notably the racism, sexism, and homophobia targeted at Caitlin Clark, Angel Ree, and other players. Her solution? She turned to marketing. Called it a bird magic moment. Said rivalries were beneficial for business. That people cared even if they were hostile showed the league was significant. Gee, the blowback. Terry Jackson, executive director of the WNBA, criticized the statements. She stated it simply, "There is simply no place in sport or in life for the disgusting vitriol, racial language, and sexist abuse our athletes are suffering." Players like Breanna Stewart, Kelsey Plum, and Alicia Clark were vociferous. The WNBA is finally in the spotlight with packed arenas and non-stop coverage, but behind the scenes, cracks are forming, officiating issues, shaky leadership, and growing frustration among players, coaches, and fans. During a rough game against the Liberty, Caitlin Clark took constant contact with little protection, and now she's out with a quad strain. Not the same issue from preseason, but something new. She's been the engine for the Fever and a major draw for the league, averaging 19 points, 6 rebounds, and 9 assists. Without her, the energy drops, and the question becomes, who steps up? Meanwhile, rumors are swirling that the WNBA is considering a major leadership move, bringing in Larry Bird. Yes, the Indiana legend and Hall of Famer. If true, it's more than PR, it's a statement. Bird commands respect, knows the game inside out, and doesn't play politics. He could bring immediate change, restore trust, and reshape the league's future. So what do you think? Is Larry Bird the answer the WNBA needs, or just another headline? Let me know in the comments, like the video, and don't forget to subscribe for more.